Nividia has been created basically to solve complex problems. And when we start, we are the pioneer on accelerated computing. We start with computer graphics, and now we are on AI and generative AI and what type of AI you can imagine. If you will look what we have done on power efficiency from the 2016, we improved power efficiency of our hardware 3,000 times for AI training. So this is something that we keep always in mind, is how we can consume less power and do much more things with the platform we are providing to the different industries. Many people are talking about data centers. It's a big word, data centers, okay? I think we should talk more about AI factory, because the fact to do AI factory will give to all industry and every industry the capability to have access to resource and minus and reduce the number of data centers with the data center who will have much more power, I will say, to drive AI, to drive GI, but consume less. And we always thinking that these AI factories will help to solve complex problems. Now, if you look what AI can do for energy, what energy can do for AI, this is the next very, very important problem, okay? Let me take a few examples. Many energy companies are using AI, generative AI, and digital twin to build their next power plant. We spoke about nuclear power plant. Why? Because by simulating this next power plant, we can save a lot of cost, but we can save a lot of energy as well for future usage. And this is where we need to co-work all together, all this ecosystem, to see how we can maximize this deployment in order to save as much energy we can. If you look as well, this is valid for solar plant, this is valid for wind farms, this is valid for every, I will say, things that generate energy. Because consuming energy, we need to generate energy somewhere else, okay? But this is not only, I would say, on data center or power plant or these kind of things. We need also to see how at the edge, meaning the usage of large language model or small language model, what is consuming energy? I think we will have many, many devices, okay, that will consume energy. If you look at the edge, we spoke about the battery, the new design of battery helping by generative AI, by AI. It's extremely important. We are speaking about electric car. Electric car can be developed with AI, and this is the case today. Okay, simulating the car, turning the car in a virtual world and see the impact. But this is not only that. When there is weather disaster, in fact, this is impacting all of us. This is impacting the electricity, this is impacting the energy, let's say power plant, this is impacting the population, this is impacting the environment. So how we can simulate weather forecast, how we can simulate disaster using generative AI. This is a very big topic. This will help us to consume less energy because we can react in advance, we can move people, we can protect, and so on and so on. So what is next? What is next? What is coming? The AI ecosystem is moving extremely fast, extremely fast. Every day there is something new. That is exciting, but we need to look at it very carefully. What are the impact of this news? When you look at physical AI, meaning the capability, and we see physical AI in the robotics today, okay? Robotics could be a robot in an industry, could be a surgical robot, could be whatever robot you can think. This physical AI will give the capability of devices to talk together, but to basically evolve with their own environment, okay, and interact. Now, what is the energy consumption of that? So we need to think about it. We need to think about it. And this physical AI will go everywhere. We are thinking, okay, for example, a robot in a factory, he will be able to observe his environment, okay, and take decision to do what he needs to do. This will come to humanoid robot. This is the next step. And humanoid robots are helping humanity to to do some task, even we not replace the human, of course, we are not in a movies, but basically this will consume energy, battery, so we need to find as well new concept of batteries in order to maximize the power consumption to do the task that this robot need to be done. To conclude, I would say we think that what we are doing at Nividia, trying to reduce the power consumption of our solution, our platform, is an hardware task, but this is a software as well task, okay? Because you can have the best hardware of the planet, you need to be able to run it with the right software stack in order to get the maximum feedback, the maximum ROI. So physical AI is coming, many things are coming. We think that our hardware is basically up to speed to manage this energy challenge. And we are continuing to work on it and to try to reduce as much power consumption we can in every industry. Thank you.
Thank you very much. On one hand, we all know that the AI, as you call the factories, will need a lot of energy, in fact, electricity. But on the other hand, we should use it more efficiently and reduce the consumption. This is great. Now, may I turn to France, followed by Infosys. We are fortunately Madame Ambassador here. Madame Ambassador, we know that the President Macron has also plans to organize an AI summit in Paris very soon. Maybe you can tell a few things on that to us. Thank you very much.
Many thanks to all of you. And first of all, our Minister of Energy, Olga Givernet, was supposed to be here, is really sorry for not being here today. But you all know and understand that the political situation drives me as an ambassador to ensure the continuity of the French voice and messaging. As an introduction, France is very, very thankful to you here at the International Energy Agency for organizing this coordination, as you said, meeting, and this foresight meeting on what is needed to be done for the future. France sees two things. That first, digital and AI is becoming increasingly constrained by physical aspects. And this is interesting, but also challenging. And second, that this digital revolution is more intensive in capital than any digital revolution so far. And the fact that it's very capital intensive makes it very different from the internet, that was not that capital intensive, but also could create eviction effects on the budget. And we always talk about the need to invest in a twin transition. And a few weeks ago, we had Mario Draghi here in the room explaining how Europe should typically invest both in technology, but also in transition and energy transition. I will take just here a personal hint. I'm a mother of twins. You cannot do exactly things in double if you don't have a double energy or a double person. So yes, we have to invest in the twin transition, but we also have to be mindful that our fiscal situation, our public budgets, are so constrained that trade-offs will have to be made in how much we support the AI revolution, but also how much we support the energy transition. So that's a source of complexity, and it's very helpful if indeed the International Energy Agency can help us work on these issues. Just before explaining what we want to do with the French President Macron in February for this AI Action Summit, and you will have this special envoy Anne Bouvreau this afternoon with you, I'm very thankful for Google to have mentioned water. For France, we always discuss AI and energy now more and more, and this is very good, but we need also to discuss AI and water. It is said that ChatGPT-3 generated 500 tons of greenhouse gases and consumed 700,000 liters of water. So this is very, very important too when we look at the sustainability of AI. So for France, three messages. We are really focusing now on what we call frugal AI. how we can adapt AI to the need of energy that cannot be exponentially infinite, but also how we can adapt AI to the warming. And you know that we have a national adaptation plan that is looking at what does it mean for France to be 4 degrees plus 4 degrees higher in temperature. And we see that it's not that obvious that our digital infrastructure can support this temperature. So the AI roadmap of the French Ministry in charge of ecological transition focuses on 3 areas. 3S: science, standards, solution. Science, because we are investing in, as a piece of our France 2030 plan and our national AI strategy, a frugal AI program, which is the core and the key priority of our public AI research program. Second, standards. France has been leading the work and joint work I will describe on standards for data centers and environmental impact on AI, on how we can reduce the environmental impact of the models. 100 participants from companies, administration, and association research institutes led to the publication of a general framework for frugal AI in June 2024. And the plan here is really to make these standards, which were co-constructed, like by all the stakeholders, and many are in the room today, a shared standard and potentially a European standard, but an even global standard on how we can compare and look at the efficiency.